the room this evening, and also welcome to everybody watching the live stream on YouTube this evening. Welcome to a collab between Brighton R and Brighton Pie, and also the first meetup of 2026. There we go. Happy New Year. Lovely to see so many familiar faces in the room. Lovely to see some new faces in the room as well. This is also not only the first meetup in Brighton, it is Dataco's first meetup of the year. And it's great to have it in our home city of Brighton as well. So we're your hosts for this evening. I'm Jeremy. I'm the founder of Dataco. I'll tell you a little bit more about what we do in a second if you're new to our community. And you've also got Sophie at the back there, who you would have seen to get signed in, have beautiful stickers that you're all adorning right now. As I've mentioned, I've welcomed people that are joining us on YouTube. This event is being live streamed. It's on YouTube. We've got to be on our best behavior. We've got to say no bad words, which is going to be rather difficult maybe for me at times. But there will be a Q&A afterwards. And if you ask a question and do not wish for your face to remain on YouTube forevermore, do let me know. If you like R, I will put your favorite R hex over your face. If you're a Python user, I will put a snake over your face instead to make sure that we can block that out. We will be taking some photos as well. So again, if you don't want to be in any of the content, let Sophie know, and we'll make sure that we take you out when we edit it afterwards. I'm going to be talking to you for a little bit. Sorry about that. No one's come here to hear me speak. If you have, then, well, I'm not going to speak for too long, so you'll be rather disappointed. And we've got Hansika, who's speaking this evening as well. Hansika is lovely. There we go. Oh, God, we've got a fan in the audience too. Even better. Thank you, Bert. Yes, we've got Hansika speaking. Hansika is lovely, and she would love to take your questions. She and every speaker at every one of our events, they don't like to be heckled. So please wait until the end. Raise your hand. I will come round with a microphone as well so that the online audience can hear your questions. So please wait. Please do ask lovely, intelligent questions too. And if you are taking your own photos, we're a very social bunch. Datacover across many social platforms, LinkedIn, my personal favorite, X, Twitter, whatever you're calling it. Apparently, you've got an Instagram account. I am nowhere near cool enough to use Instagram. It could just be some kind of dedicated page to take the mick out of the boss. I have no idea what's on there. But if you do take pictures and share them on socials, hashtag BrightonR, hashtag BrightonPie, put both in. You don't need to tell us which one you prefer, whether it's R or Pie. Take your own photos. We'll give it some love. We'll share it as well. So you've all hopefully enjoyed some food and drink this evening. I'm going to do a very quick intro into what we're doing tonight. We're going to have a talk, and we'll all be going to the pub afterwards if anyone wants to continue the conversation as well. So who are Dataco? Because some of you have been here before and some of you are thinking, who are these people that are hosting? What are all these ducks about? I still don't know what all these ducks are about, and I still get very, very put off when people tell me they were thinking of me in the bath and all sorts of things like that. But Dataco are actually R, Python and Shiny experts. We're based on the South Coast here in Brighton. In fact, we are based in this building here at Platform 9, so I'm in here regularly. We specialize in delivering solutions in marketing and consumer analytics, so unearthing your best and most valuable customers, telling you how you can find more of them at the lowest possible cost. And then data visualization and web applications, so building tools and applications that save your business time and money, bringing all of your data into one place so that you don't have to spend 50 hours looking at things. You can spend 5 minutes. And then community, that's what we're here for this evening. Community and training. We run these meetup groups across the country. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a second. And training the analysts of tomorrow. So as you can tell, we live and breathe R, Python and other technology, and we run training programs to help upskill teams and individuals technically and non-technically as well. We can also be your fully outsourced data team. So we work with a number of organizations who they need a little bit of data support, don't want to fully staff that out. You can come and work with us by 2 days, 4 days, however many days of our time per month that you would like. And we also recruit your data team in for you as well. With all of our communities across the UK, we have access to all of the best talent across this country. So if you're looking for new analysts, engineers, scientists, come and have a chat with us and we can help you bring them in-house. A bit more on our communities. We're here in Brighton this evening. As you can see, the Brighton R and Pie, Hex is in the middle, but we also operate out of 6 cities in the UK, 5 other cities than Brighton. We've got Birmingham, Brighton, Bristol, London, Manchester, and Portsmouth. And we've got meetups across the country. Our next meetup is in Bristol. So if you're in Bristol next week, come and see us over in Bristol. Got a wonderful co-working space near the station there as well. And then we've got a London meetup the week after. So come and see us in other cities. You'll find all of the information. There are some QR codes around to our link tree, and I'll put a QR code up at the end so you can find everything out. You can see everything that I have spoken about this evening all in one place. I'm also going to talk a little bit about Earl. Who's been to an Earl or heard of Earl before? Got 2 hands, 3 hands. Yeah, wonderful. So Earl stands for the Enterprise Applications of the R and Python Language Conference. It is a cross-sector international data intelligence summit that takes place every year down here in Brighton. Earl will take place in October this year. We will bring together people from multiple different industries. We have 14 industries represented at Earl last year. Over 200 people, almost 50 speakers, including keynotes and workshops, are hands-on doing things in R, Python, and other languages. And it's a focus on data solutions that can help organizations grow, thrive, and understand what's going on, basically. So Earl is a big event, and we bring together global leaders so that we can we bring together global leaders so that we can all share inspiring stories on data intelligence and analytics. If you want to find out more, there's a QR code in the top right-hand corner here. Also, if you want to come for free, because who doesn't want to come for free, then we have applications open to come and speak at Earl 2026. You'll find out more on that QR code. They're open until the end of February. If you are successful in your speaker application, you'll get a free ticket to come and join us at Earl, and a free ticket to our fantastic evening event on the Wednesday night. Last year we were at the Royal Pavilion, so we had the whole palace to ourselves. We had dinner in the, the massive dining room that they have there. Everyone got to go and see the luscious and plush rooms that they've got at the pavilion. A wonderful, wonderful evening, and you'll get all of that if you are successful as a speaker. If you're interested in getting involved in other ways, running workshops, perhaps even attending, we've got super early bird offers out at the moment as well, 25% off all tickets. So again, click on that QR at the top right. And if you want to speak about getting involved in even better ways, you can come and talk to us about sponsoring Earl too. Okay, a special thank you to our supporters and sponsors for this evening. So Data Cove have kindly laid on some lovely food and drink that you've all enjoyed, but we are also indebted to Silicon Brighton, who are here helping with the live stream, and the wonderful venue that we are in this evening. So we're here with the Eagle Labs in this fantastic co-working space called Platform 9, where Data Cove work, and I could tell you lots and lots about them, but Andy is far more skilled and trained to do all of that. So I'm going to invite Andy up.
Lovely, thanks, Jeremy. So welcome, guys. I have to do the little bit of the boring bit about the housekeeping. So just to let you know, there should be no fire drill. If there is, follow me and Jeremy. We'll be straight out that door and down the fire escape and just meet on the opposite side of the road. Next to the Johnny Butcher's pub, which is opposite. Thanks. I'm still learning. This is new to me as well. Toilets are literally just out the door. Ladies on the left, gents on the right. So just go through, just help yourself, and drinks at the back. Yeah, as I say, Jeremy, we have supported Data Cove for ever. Down at our site down in Preston Circus. Unfortunately, as we all know, that closed in November. So we have taken up home as Eagle Labs here in Platform 9. So Eagle Labs, exactly the same. We are still here to support you, your business, whether you want mentoring. If you want to come and work alongside Jeremy here, let me know, because there's a little QR code that you can have a day free pass. So if that's something you want to do, get out of home, come and work, annoy Jeremy. Yeah, who wouldn't? Let me know. I'll give you the card and you can do it. But enjoy tonight, and it's great to see so many of you. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, don't get Andy too drunk. He'll tell you where I sit as well. That'll be even worse. Then you'll really be able to annoy me as much as you like. Massive thank you as well to Silicon Brighton. So Silicon Brighton are the hosts of Brighton Hove's Tech Sector. Unfortunately, Grace and Steve, who run Silicon Brighton, couldn't be with us tonight. So I think, partnered with Silicon Brighton since day one. So I'm going to tell you all I know about them, and hopefully I do it justice and do just as good a job as they would do. But they're the hosts of Brighton Hove's Tech Sector. They're responsible for all of the live streaming and all this wonderful tech equipment that you can see, stuff that I definitely shouldn't touch. I break tech. I've broken so many clickers in the time of Data Cove, God knows how many other things. So I'm not going anywhere near the tech. They support meetup groups across the city, so you can probably see Brighton R and Brighton Pi here, but there are many, many others. So if R and Pi are your thing, but if other things are your thing as well, like JavaScript, you can see Ruby on there, you can see UX, there's a meetup for everybody. There is also a more generalized Brighton Data meetup, the Brighton Data Forum, which meets also in here on the last Wednesday of every odd numbered month. I think I've got that right, hopefully. There you go, I've got a thumbs up from Andy. I've definitely got that right. But there's many, many meetups, so have a look at Silicon Brighton, because if R and Pi a thing, but you like so many other things as well, I'm sure there's plenty else that can interest you across the city. Silicon Brighton would be nowhere without their supporters. You can see the Data Cove logo on there, alongside many other fantastic businesses across this city. All of them are contributing to Brighton Hove's Tech Sector and keeping the city on the map when it comes to technology. Silicon Brighton are also really indebted to sponsors. These are people that are like the ultra VIP supporters. So we've got James Chase, Plus Accounting, More Law, and Allirity. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about Evolve. I've spoken about Earl, which is our wonderful Data Cove and Silicon Brighton conference that we run in October. Earl is an extraordinary day of data and technology across the city in Brighton and Hove. It's going to be at the Brighton Centre. It's going to be absolutely huge on Friday, the 26th of June. There are lots and lots of ways to get involved in Evolve. That is a really bad tongue twister. So thanks for making me do these slides and making me say that this evening. There are many ways to get involved in Evolve. You can attend, you can have a stand, you can speak, you can sponsor. Everything that you need to know about Evolve is on this QR code here. And because they love us so much, there is a discount code. There is a Brighton Pi discount code as well, guys. I like R more than Pi, so this slide says R. Sorry about that. But if you put Brighton Pi in, I promise you will get the same discount. So I've seen a couple of phones come out and point at the screen. If you want to keep up to date with non-Evolve Silicon Brighton things and understand more about meetups, that is their QR code. That will take you to their webpage and you'll be able to keep up to date with all the meetups. Right, good news, everybody. I will shut up now. So that's going to be exciting for all. I think I got a clap there from somebody as well. It sounded like I did. I am going to be quiet for a little bit. I'd like to welcome Hansika to the stage. So Hansika's lead machine learning engineer at X Synopsys. Have I pronounced that correctly? Good Lord. Excellent. And she's going to talk to you about something that she's been working on. I'm also incredibly delighted to be able to welcome her up here today as a recent participant, graduate, learner, whatever you want to call it, of one of our fantastic tech boot camps across Brighton and Hove, or indeed East and West Sussex. I probably shouldn't say Brighton and Hove. They're very different boot camps. Don't look at those. East and West Sussex, that's where you want to go. So without further ado, I shall pass the mic and the slides over to Hansika.
Thank you, Jeremy. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I really want to talk in front of you and challenge my imposter syndrome today. So let's get started. So when I give simple math questions to my two daughters who are aged 5 and 7, it's really interesting to observe them, how they take their first approach and get an answer for those questions. So they don't know much about the context in the bigger world, but they anyway know how to reason through the question. So in the same way, our parents asked always to think first, talk later. We want the AI to do the same. So if I ask the same math problem from a AI, it's really interesting how they reason through the questions, because unlike children, they have lots of information inside those model parameters and embedding layers. Or the centuries long data is saved in those embedding layers in generative AI large language models. So it's a really interesting research problem to research how a language model would be reasoning through maths problems. It is a important and interesting research for frontier AI research labs like Google DeepMind and DeepSeek and Anthropic. So I'm Hansika. I was born in Sri Lanka, and I completed my A-levels in 2011 and then got selected to my bachelor's in electrical and electronic engineering. While doing my bachelor's, I did an outstanding project in my final year research. It was a deep learning and computer vision project. So after completing my bachelor's, I joined Synopsys. It is a global company working on chip design industry. We had customers like NVIDIA and AMD. I was the first hire to form a new AI team at Synopsys. So I innovated a interesting machine learning algorithm to reduce regression test costs in their regression testing pipelines. It was a billion-dollar revenue product to Synopsys, and I could author a US patent and publish my research in important design automation conferences in US and Taiwan. So because I authored a US patent, I was eligible to apply for a global talent visa in UK. So after applying for a global talent visa, I migrated to UK in 2023 October with my family. So right now I'm open to opportunities in UK, and I'm looking forward to contribute to more innovations in agent AI projects. That's my end goal. So the expectations for me today is that I'll be talking about Kaggle collaborations, and then let's talk a little bit about large language models and how we can benchmark those large language models. I will also talk a little bit about large language model post-training and reinforcement learning. Then I will walk through a Kaggle tutorial that I have published as a public notebook on my Kaggle profile. So you can download it and play through it. So my main goal is to challenge my imposter syndrome by talking in front of you. So the Kaggle platform. I joined Kaggle 9 years before, when I started as a junior research and development engineer at Synopsys. But for all those 9 years, my account was an empty one. After only moving to UK and interviewing two different roles, I understood that I was always involved in closed source projects. I didn't have enough work evidence to showcase as open source projects. So gradually, I started looking into Kaggle. So after 9 years, in last August, I just submitted my first public notebook to Kaggle. So you are also not that late, if because Kaggle is something every data analyst, data scientist, machine learning engineer, or an AI specialist, everyone will have access Kaggle for once in a lifetime, because it's very important. They have open source data sets, models, and also they provide compute that you can access a GPU or a TPU to run a large language model. So it is a great platform for you to build up an interesting portfolio with up-to-date research, because frontier research labs like Google and NVIDIA are publishing their up-to-date models through Kaggle. If you want to check my Kaggle profile, you can go there with this QR code. So for today, I stole my daughter's toy. It would be interesting to compare a large language model with a real parrot. So a real parrot would repeat the same words that I am saying. Hello, parrot. So it is the same. The generative AI models are repeating the tokens which they are trained on. So the other thing is that parrot says what it hears, because if it hears hello often, it would learn to say hello. In the same way, the generative AI models would repeat the common token in its token space. So the other thing is that the parrots say one word at a time, and then the generative AI models could generate one token at a time. In terms of context, parrot could speak when we cued to it. In terms of generative AI models, they start responding when we prompt a model. So a parrot doesn't know the true meaning about what it says. It is the same with generative AI models. The models don't know the meaning like a human do. So many of the frontier AI research labs often publish their open source foundation models to the open source community. From them, we can load models, and they often not only publishing their base foundation models, they often publish the different versions of models like the fine-tuned models and the reinforcement learning models. When it comes to base models, if I take the DeepSeek Math base model, that model is trained to produce less structured responses. I'm going to show you some examples in my next slide, how a base model would start generating responses. Then on top of that base model, the frontier AI research labs could fine-tune further through instruction fine-tuning, that there are data sets which are made in order for the model to follow the instructions based on mathematics, that we can instruct the model to do step-by-step reasoning. Furthermore, there are reinforcement learning methods. We can further post-train the LLM models with reward learning models. The Frontier Research Lab, the DeepSeek, has proposed a new reinforcement learning model called group relative policy optimization. It is a very trending outbreak in the AI research community. So DeepSeek is a Chinese startup, and in last year January it was in the spotlight that most of the AI community is talking about DeepSeek because they beat OpenAI and Gemini in maths reasoning benchmarks. So they have different data sets made for competition style math benchmarks. This is a snapshot that I have taken from the DeepSeek GitHub profile. It is on GitHub, and also you will find the paper link from here. So I'm going to show you a tutorial on loading DeepSeek Math base model, fine-tuned model, and reinforcement learning model from the Kaggle. For that, I will be using GSM 8K dataset. GSM 8K dataset is consisting of grade school math problems, which can be given to primary school students. There are 8,500 math word problems. These math problems are word problems. The model should understand the word problem, extract relevant numerical relationships. Then the model should be able to plan the solution steps step by step, then calculate the correct answer. And also when it responding, the response should be well structured. This is an example. You will see in GSM 8K, there are math word problems. It's a bit tricky for a primary school child to solve this. Also, it consists of structured answers. The final answer is separated with 4 hash symbols. This is a sample questions, and I'm going to load different models and evaluate the models with 10 different GSM 8K questions. So the group relative policy optimization is a reinforcement learning methodology proposed by DeepSeek Research Frontier Lab. In the classical reinforcement learning, the algorithm was using a reward learning teacher model. This reward learning teacher model is a is also called a critique model. It is very compute intense, and also it takes lots of memory that you need many GPUs to do the reinforcement learning. But with the group relative policy optimization method, the model does not use a teacher model to pre-train the LLM. The algorithm is that the LLM itself produce or generate multiple answers for a problem, and based on the rewards, the LLM can itself decide the best trajectory to approach the correct answer. Actually, this GRPO algorithm enables training big smart models on much smaller GPUs. So I will start with the tutorial. If you want to go there, you can scan this QR code, or else you can access this tutorial on my Kaggle page. If you are a first-time Kaggler, I would suggest you to verify your Kaggle account with your phone number. Only after verifying your Kaggle account, you can get access to GPUs. So this is my account on Kaggle. You can find the tutorial from this. This is the tutorial that I will be showing you, DeepSeek Math Demo. So this is a public tutorial. When you go to this tutorial, you can't directly run the code. For that, you will have to copy and edit the code. Like, if I go to an interesting account, and if I want to, this is a public account, you can't directly modify this code, but if you can now this version is copied into my account, and we can run the code and do the required modifications. Also, in my public notebook, I have attached this GSM8K dataset and the DeepSeek math base model, instruction tune model, and the reinforcement learning model. So if you copy and edit those, copy and edit my public tutorial, you will get the links to your tutorial in default. Also, don't worry if you haven't so far verified your Kaggle account with your phone number. I have set the accelerator to a GPU T4 to GPU T4. If you haven't verified it, from here you will get a link to verify your account, and then you will have to set the accelerator to GPU T4 too, because we can't run this tutorial with CPU, as the DeepSeek math models are so large that it won't fix into a CPU, and we will need 2 GPUs for that. So that's all about the infrastructure, all the Python, the required Python packages, the dataset, and the models are in default in your copied version of notebook. Then to run the code, first I'm going to import few important packages like Hugging Face transformers, Hugging Face datasets, and the PyTorch. Then in the tutorial, there are 2 important helper functions to extract the answer from the model response. And this evaluate model correctness is another helper function that evaluate the generative AI responses. The actual tutorial starts from here. Our objective is to compare DeepSeek math models against those 10 questions that I have taken from the GSM8K dataset. For that, we need to import this GSM8K dataset using this code. We can see the sample questions here. Then here, if you are running the notebook for the first time, it will be taking a lot of time to load these heavy language model files into our space. Then by running this code, we can load the base model. After the loading checkpoints shots is completed, I would ask you to do the model evaluation. Actually, what this code doing is that it runs DeepSeek base model against those 10 questions. Here you would see the base model answers. You will notice that the answers are not well structured. There are lots of repeating characters in the answer. Also, it was able to answer only 3 questions out of 10 questions. So for my benchmark questions, the accuracy was 30%. Then we can run the instruction tuned model. With the instruction tuned model has been trained on top of base model to follow the instructions, that the instructions are to format the answer in a correct way and follow the step-by-step reasoning to answer math question. So in this cell, I have evaluated the instruction tuned model against the benchmark questions. Here you will see that the responses are well structured and the answers are given in a box markdown text format. So the instruction tuned model was more capable, that it has correctly answered 7 questions out of the 10 questions. So the accuracy is 70%. Then I have actually, when you try to load the DeepSeek math reinforcement learning model, there is a challenge that the 2 GPUs is not enough to load all those DeepSeek models into the system. So in this point, I suggest you to restart your session. For that, yeah, in this corner there is, from here you can stop the session, because when you try to import the reinforcement learning model, there is a warning notification that most of the model parameters are offloaded to the CPU from the GPU. Because of this compute power limitation, we can stop the session from here, and then again start from the importing packages and running the helper functions, loading the data set, and then skip loading the base model evaluation, loading the fine-tuned model. Just jump onto loading the reinforcement learning model. And then after loading the reinforcement learning model, we can run a model evaluation for the reinforcement learning model. And when the evaluation is complete, we can see that the reinforcement learning model was more capable of answering complicated maths problems, that it gave accuracy of 80%. So this is the conclusion of my tutorial. If you want to copy my public notebook, and if you want to run it, I recorded my screen yesterday night and uploaded a video to my YouTube. If you want to follow along with me, you can copy my code and then follow this video tutorial. It's just 20 minutes if you really want to start Kaggle. So that's all about my presentation. I was just giving you tips about Kaggle collaboration, talked a little bit about model post-training and model pre-training, also talked about reinforcement learning and walked through a tutorial and challenged my imposter syndrome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hansika. Not only, can we keep the plug in? That's all right. That's fine. Let's keep the plug in. But yeah, thank you not only for the talk and challenging your imposter syndrome and trying to do it against that absolutely ferocious wind outside, which I think, all 3 of those things put together is incredible. Do we have any questions in the room? We've got a question here. Are you happy to?
So in the reinforcement training, have you actually used that data set? So when you did your evaluation, have you evaluated on questions that the model has never seen before, or have the questions been part of the training?
The questions that I have. Yes, thank you for the question. The questions that I have taken is from the test data set. Those test data set, those test questions are never seen by the model.
Any more questions in the room? Any questions here? Shy questions? Anything? Oh, we got.
I have quite a stupid question, so I hope you don't mind if I ask it. I understand what the model, or I think I understand what the model is doing if you ask it a kind of a language-based question, like if you wanted to complete a sentence or, rewrite a piece of work. When it's generating language for you, it's predicting the next tokens based on the previous ones. I don't really understand what it's doing when you ask it to do arithmetic. Mm-hmm. So for example, if you ask it to perform the summation 5 + 5, is it making a prediction based on the fact it sees the answer 10 very frequently when 5 and 5 are put together, or is it doing something else under the hood? Is it maybe writing a piece of code and executing the addition?
Actually, my idea is that the model learns how to do the reasoning step by step without just writing a piece of code. Actually, it is a big research problem. Like there are ongoing research by Google. They are developing a AI tool to run for reinforcement learning. Like there was a Kaggle competition which was concluded last week. It was called Tunix. They are developing a solution called Tunix for reinforcement learning. Like the community is trying to post-train language models to have more capability on reasoning. That we are trying to give more capability on reasoning for a generative AI model. Did I answer your question?
I think so.
Maybe I can send you some link, interesting link if you want to read. Thank you.
Hi, that was brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a new world for me, so I apologize if it's a silly question. But when you use ChatGPT or equivalent, and I put the same question in 10 times, it will give me 10 different answers. Did you try running the questions multiple times, and did it always give you the same answers and always get the same ones right and wrong?
Yeah, it's kind of benchmark in the reinforcement learning model. That's not chosen by me because I'm working on online course to learn more about reinforcement learning. I'm still trying to reverse engineer GRPO methodology. This is something which is constant, that the model, because I'm just prompting a reference model. It is the base model. The base model is again and again producing the same answer. It's the same. Thank you for your question. If you want any help with the tutorial, please let me know. I'm happy to help you.
Any last questions in the room? I have to stand up and look at the room. There we go.
Actually, I've got a question about the reinforcement learning, because I think it works when the answer is short or is quite specific. But what if the AI LLM has to actually give you longer answer? Do you understand?
No, it's
like describe more descriptions, really. Like the question is more complex.
Yeah, the question is a word problem, and also there are ongoing research to prompt a model with more advanced question. Like these are the questions which can be answered by a primary school student, but there are ongoing competitions for the model to prompt with Olympiad questions. That, like, I was trying to solve one of the Olympiad questions to understand whether if I can do it, then I gave it to my husband, who is a doctor. We two were both unable to solve that problem, but the model can do it now. So it's like that. It's unable to still build up the reasoning part, but it's far beyond us now.
Cool. Right. Last questions? Any last final questions? Any questions for the parrot? No questions for the parrot. Probably a sensible move, really. Thank you so much, Hansika, for a wonderful talk. Thank you. Right. Here's a person who doesn't know how to use the Mac. How do I get my slides back? I am very anti-Mac, as many people know. Right. I'm going to get my slides back. Now, there we go. I will keep you here for a little bit longer. Sorry, you do have to listen to me again. Oh, dear God. Are these moving? Are these going to shift? Not doing very much, are they? How do, because I'm trying to just get it in full screen mode. Oh, hang on. There we go. Is that going to shift? Is that full? Okay, full screen on that one here. Right, there we go. Is that going to work? Right. Okay. It's very rare that there are slides up and I have absolutely no idea what's coming. But I've been told by my team that the next slide needs to go up. I have no idea what's on it. It needs to go up and I've got to rock with it, and I can't moan, I can't complain, I can't say anything about it. So God knows what's coming up on screen. So let's have a look. What? Are we, what? Sorry, what's 19 quid for a training course? What are you doing to me? Okay, so I've been told apparently Monday's Blue Monday. And yeah, that things were going to happen for Blue Monday, and I had to rock with it. But see, my team is, what are they trying to kill my business? 19 quid for a 2-hour training course on 1p. 19, is that's something to do with Monday being 1901, isn't it? Oh, good Lord. So apparently, if you book a training course next week, so you can't, I suppose you can probably do it today as well. You can get a 2-hour training course in any area of R, Python, Shiny, Power BI, Lookup, God, all these. You can get a 2-hour training course in any of these things for 19 quid next week, and probably today as well. So we might not be here at the next meetup if we're offering training at that price. There's another one as well, and I'm not even sure I want to press the button on that. What? A day of consultancy for £191. Blimey. Good grief. I'll be selling the big issue soon, won't I? I don't know what is going on here. So yeah, apparently it's Blue Monday on Monday, and we've got some, special offers stroke basically kill my business next week. Incredible offer if you want to do it. You know, I've got no idea how I'm going to survive on that. But training courses for £19, £191 for a day of consultancy, helping you with any kind of customer marketing analytics, building tools, as long as it completes before the end of Feb. I feel a bit calmer now. It's not for the whole year, right? Not the whole year. Just thank God for that. Right. Are there any more surprise slides that are coming up now? Let's hope not. Oh, yeah, you see, that's what a training course should be for two. This is what it should be, but apparently you've got to ignore that now. We do data and analytics training, serious stuff now. R, Python, SQL, Power BI, Looker, whatever area of data and analytics you work in. We do non-technical training as well. I'm a firm believer that data analysis is not about data and not about analysis. That might sound really stupid, but it's about storytelling. It's about bringing that data to life. So if you and your teams want non-technical training on data storytelling, data for business, anything like that, come and have a chat with us. Apparently it's £19 and a penny next week. God, oh dear. Right, let's get to the end of these slides while there's still some money in the bank account then, shall we? I have sad news. No, not my business is losing lots of money by offering things too cheap next week. This is the last ever Brighton Pie and the last ever Brighton R. Can we have a Brighton R? As you can tell from the last couple of events, we brought the R and Python communities together, and also with evolving Pi into the Earl landscape as well, and running these meetups across the country. We want to go much broader because it's all about R and Python working together. It's all about using them together to solve business challenges. So we're moving away from technology specific, I'm a Python person, I'm an R person type meetups, to how can we use data to solve bigger business challenges. So you'll notice all of the wonderful cities that we work in, that we operate meetups in, bottom here, and the beautiful Data Cove Duck on Brighton seafront. All of our meetups are going to be more generalized data intelligence meetups, and we're creating a UK-wide data intelligence network. So when you come here in March, you'll come for Brighton R and Pi merged together, but you'll come to the Brighton Data Intelligence Network. Same people, same themes, but we're inviting a wider audience to come and learn and listen and inspire each other. And that will be the same across the whole of the UK. You in Brighton, as our home city, you're the first people to hear about and see the evolution of this into the Data Intelligence Network. Meetup pages, they will remain the same. We will be using the Brighton Pi meetup page and renaming it the Brighton Data Intelligence Network. This is all going to happen behind the scenes between now and March for the next event. But as I say, same team, same wonderful people, but just more broader conversations about the world of data and data intelligence. Right. So the next meetups, 12th of March, we'll be back here. We'll be here for the rest of the year. We are here every 2 months. So March, May, July, September, November. Brighton Data Intelligence Network. You heard it here first. And London and Bristol meetups over the coming weeks will also hear exactly the same story about trying to really evolve the communities that we are running here and building at Data Cove. I'm going to say we're all off to the pub. We're going to stay inside the pub as well in this weather. There is a bit of drink left here, so and we are finishing a little bit earlier than normal. So feel free to hang around, chat and network. I will be going to the pub. I will be leading a troop. The Dorset, if you don't know where it is, you go outside. Mind how you go on the stairs. They can be quite slippery in the rain. So make your way carefully and slowly down the steps. You do a right out of the building, and the Dorset is about 2 minutes down the road on the corner. I'll be in there. You'll probably find me. I mean, I'm in my Data Cove t-shirt. I'll stick a duck on my head if it can swim in the rain. All that's left for me to say, thank you so much for attending. If you'd like to speak or sponsor at the Brighton Data Intelligence Network for a future event, come and chat to myself, come and chat to Sophie. There's a QR code there. That's got everything that you need to know. All the stuff I've mentioned about Earl, socials, anything to do with Data Cove, ridiculously priced training courses. You'll find it all on that page there. Thank you so much for coming. If you can take time to leave us a review as well, that really helps just build the community up further. Thank you, particularly in this weather, for coming out this evening. It's been great to re-engage with everybody, and we hope that you have a fantastic data-driven 2026. Thank you.